After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. At their own 19-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. And his throw is incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, but it'll be 2nd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. On 2nd and 9, Watson. Giant touchdown. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Giants have taken the lead. Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 55 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. Well, Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Able to slither by. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
Throwing on third down, Watson. It's brought in by Harris. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth. They're going for it. It's Watson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win.
And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. Through one quarter, 9-7 our score. From the 50, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Flushed out right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game.
Makes the score Steelers 16, Giants 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Here's Watson. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, Barkley. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Giants on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. And able to find John Brown. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. It's Kelsey on the ground. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Here's Barkley. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. And that makes him now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
The drive starts with a run by Allen. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Out of his end zone, here's Vick. He's going to fire one deep left. And got his man complete. And he will go out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. To throw from his end zone. Vick being chased out left. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Here's Michael Vick. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Tyreek Hill taking it in. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. From the gun, Vick. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Antonio Cromartie. And his guys have got it back.
Fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a...
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And we are underway from the Superdome. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Vick will look to throw on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They'll run with Allen. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
That throw by Vick, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here goes Vick on 4th down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Holt. Vick operating on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. To throw again. Vick looking long for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Michael Thomas, 66 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Partner, I think we can all agree that that was a pretty darn good opening drive right there. And the key to it all, going for it on 4th down earlier in the drive. Set a tone for it, and the best part, they made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
5-9. Check 52. Jump, under. Check. Hey, kill. Show it up.
Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play.
Max 50. Hey, easy.
Now Breeze on third down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
We're waiting. 55. Hey, eat. Here we go. We go 21. You're good. That's 4. Ready. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 22.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On second and 12, Breeze nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Lawrence Taylor. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
You better bring it. Hey, Max 50. Let's go, D.
On third and long, it's Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra moment? Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Sammy!
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Kill. Shoot. Check. Easy, opposite.
Kamara. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 16-yard line.
Ready. 5-9.
Check, 55, Mike. Tackles.
11. Hey, high 7. Hey, easy.
Check 55 to Mike.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on fourth down.
5-1. Get that quarterback at all costs. Here we go.
55. Come up the ball.
Five.
They do go for it. It's Breeze. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. First down, Vic. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Willie Lanier. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all.
Hey, zoom.
Watch the boot. Hey, check. Mike,
Shotgun now for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First grab for Thomas. It's good for a first down as well. Breeze now on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP. Coach of the Year, John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. The throw on second down from Vic, incomplete. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Michael Vick. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The end result, 21 yards.
First down, Steelers.
On first and 10, here's Vic. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
They're going deep for Hill. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the Hall of Famer, Night Train Lane. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
That's caught by the fullback, Corey Schlesinger. And he takes it all the way down to the 44-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when he clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And that's complete to Cooks. And he gets it down to the 32. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will do it for this 1st half. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
At the 27-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Set, over. Check 9.
They'll run again with Jackson. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Under. All day, baby, all day. Tonight.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 there, and a New Orleans 1st down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Minkah Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the 1st-round pick out of Alabama.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
21. Here we go, here we go. Mike, team 6, team 6. Easy, opposite. We got 20 seconds.
To throw is Breeze. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation, probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to him.
He is going to find Hill here. 23 yards on the play.
And how about that throw? We saw a combination of elite arm strength and obviously the ability to move the sticks with that completion, but it's the way that he throws the ball. So compact, yet the ball comes off of his hand and it just whistles to the receiver.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Vick. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 21 yards away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now here's Vick. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
95-56. Kill. Watch the ship. Hey, kill. Slam. Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Watch the twist. Hey, watch that.
You draw Corker. Over.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Under. Check.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Now,
and for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So here's Vick following the interception. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go again.
They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's it, baby.
Jamal Adams there on the tackle. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 8.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down.
Check, Lucky.
Hey, easy.
Check. Fresno.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Hey, easy.
On the ground, Kamara. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Opposite. Hey, kill.
Running with Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go.
That's a gain of 5. Brings
Check,
up
nickel.
21.
36. Mike 5.
11. 6. Pull it high. Here we go.
Check, 55. Mike. I don't even know why.
Now Breeze. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
Kill.
Hey, alert 3.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the shot.
Hey, kill.
Check 49.
Over. Watch twitch. Hey, easy. Come on, get set.
They're running. Ingram. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
They'll run on first down. It's Allen. And he's got this down to the 35. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And the Steeler first down.
Well, they're going to throw it here with Vic. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Deion Sanders, the Hall of Famer, with a pick. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it for Charles Davis, the rest of our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From New Orleans, good night, everybody.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game,
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team.
and that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Let's go, Lou, ladies. It's our time.
They'll give to Barkley out of the gun. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. To the car. Bring him up. And here we go.
They'll run it with the 85 MVP, Marcus Allen. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Throwing, Vic. Steps away to his left. Now he's going to go deep down the left. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. He finds his man Johnson. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Vic. Buying time to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On 1st down, it's James. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 24, Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Holt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh 1st. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run to Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mahomes. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 43.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Deion Sanders, the one to bring him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Every time I watch LT blow up plays just like that one, I think of one quote. You can run, but you can't hide.
He won a record 3 Defensive Player of the Year awards back in his day. He was also the league MVP in 1986.
One of 2 defensive players who won the MVP award in the NFL.
Tries to force it to Megatron, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Johnson, the intended target.
And an interception in the end zone for Deion Sanders. That takes me back to, I believe, his last game at Florida State, a Sugar Bowl game against Auburn. The last play of the game, he switched assignments to make sure he was on the top receiver for Auburn and picked off the pass to end the game in the end zone in the Sugar Bowl. Deion Sanders.
So much knowledge in that mind. What a great career Deion Sanders. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, Brandon, sometimes I think when we watch games, we're actually watching a living museum because we're seeing the evolution of positions almost with each passing game. How about defensive ends nowadays and the way that they can run almost all the way across the field?
It is unbelievable, isn't it? I mean, they're so strong, but they're so lean, they can move so quick with those bodies. It's
almost unfair. You're supposed to be able to know where a defensive end is supposed to be on every play. These guys flash so quickly, you're not sure where they're going to end up.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Vic. Throw left side complete. It's Holt. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Vic now. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. Here's Michael Vick. Looking for the end zone. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's
pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. Want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Yeah, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Mahomes will try again on second down. And a catch made by Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. James. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Second and 5 now. Mahomes over the middle, complete. It's Holt. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Aaron Donald, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. After the sack on first down, Mahomes and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Johnson was the intended receiver. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Howie Long, like an out-of-control broken arrow, getting in for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And they're going to be waiting for him as they get him behind the line. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Vick readies to throw. And he finds Cook. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st and 10, here's Vick. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. DeForest Buckner, his second sack of the night.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Dancing to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know,
it's
but
okay.
September 10th.
A little misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you, but you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Vick. Flush to his right. Going deep here for Allen. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They will indeed go for it. Vick. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah, after that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. 30, 10, 5, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. On first down, it's James. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. James has got it. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. Mahomes to throw. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So you knew one way or another that they needed the 2 scores. They get the easy one out of the way. Now they'll get the ball back, hopefully.
Yeah, and the question is, how do you accomplish that? Do you onside kick it? Or since you have all 3 timeouts, do you kick it deep? To me, I'm playing field position. With all 3 timeouts, I kick it deep and try and pin them back there.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Allen again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the 1st down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
12 yards there.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple school. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking. no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'm gonna pull out one.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now